welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Georgia's offense will get first crack at it today. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible
breaks free in the middle. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
That's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Freeman. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hand.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. This crowd full of throats, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hicks. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Back to pass, it's Wiggins. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got the first down. Looking for more. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Got his man to the left. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Give to the back. Past the 30. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys
going for it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So his quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Looking downfield on first down. And he will score! Touchdown, Georgia! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse. He's loose down the middle. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Wiggins. Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And now they've moved into the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
He washed up on the guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises, the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed. He can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and poke.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Dogs! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go to the ground. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Well, Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Landry. There he goes. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
To the air, it's Wiggins. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the handoff. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's caught. It's Landry. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Harris. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down. They might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs can really attack. Wants to go up top. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
The give on the option. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Georgia! Great job by the back on the option. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Wiggins. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch right at the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on 1st down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's caught. It's Brown. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gives it on the option. Can't get him to the ground. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pressure is on the way. Sure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground.
Fires toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Middle Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to FIU.
Looking deep down the right side. It's caught. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. On the run, it's Simon. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Wiggins. The short hands, it's Jones. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give out of the gun. At the 35, he's loose. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Motion from the wideout. Handoff to the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Wiggins. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He's already made 1 field goal, but this one is going to need a big leg. A 50-yard attempt coming. Absolutely center cut. And they'll put 3 on the board. The deficit remains huge. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got the first himself. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
They'll run it from the gun. On the move at the 30. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The offense changing the play. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying to get the edge on the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. This quarterback part of their running game. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Back to throw, it's Wiggins. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's an open space downfield.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Quarterback on the keeper. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Rides the back on the option to give. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Makes the quick grab. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this.
He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He'll keep it himself. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. That's caught. It's Coles. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Puts it out of the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to...
Oh, he's got some space. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And I think that's a good call offensively, Reese. You're sort of in no man's land at midfield. You've got 4th down, and you believe in your guys to go and get it done on the ground. They're able to pick up the first.
Were you at all surprised by the decision to run it there?
No, not with their personnel up front. Just the way that these guys have sort of established the tone in this game. They've been the more physical team, so I like the play call.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He wants it all. It's complete. Touchdown, Georgia. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Trying to escape and get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Grab near the marker. It's Hicks. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To throw, it's McIntosh. It's complete. Oh, what a cut! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The offense will use the timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be right here to end the game.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. To the air on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.